6:49. Waiting to go into work. Go in about 6 minutes. I have an alarm that goes off at 6:55, and I go in. So I thought I'd tell a story. About my Buckie mints. Thursday, we were July 4th. Thursday, July 4th. We're like, oh, what are we gonna do? This is one of those, oh, aren't I amazing and spontaneous stories. Notice me and how amazingly spontaneous I am. Woo. Thursday we were July 4th, we were driving around, had no plans. As always, we don't have plans. I got to thinking, why don't I ever have plans? We never plan anything. Everything, we're supposedly so spontaneous, and I think that, well, we're spontaneous because we never plan anything. It's like, well, why don't we plan anything? It's because we're severely impatient people. We can't stand to wait for anything. So we can't plan a vacation 6 months from now. We've never done that. That would be maddening. Now, obviously, logistically, there have been things that we have to plan. We don't have a choice. The only way you can do it is to plan it. But then it drives us nuts. We just have to put it out of our mind. Anyway, but we don't make plans because we just don't do it. And my trainer was asking me the other day, why do you think that is? And playing psychiatrist, I guess. And I said, I guess because we're just impatient. It's not fun to think, oh, next weekend, let's go do this. I get it. I understand why people have to do that. But for us, there's something empty about that. It's like, oh, well, we're not doing it now, so it's planned. So planned feels contrived, and contrived feels phony, and phony isn't fun, and we're just weird like that. So anyway, this is oh wow, spontaneous. How spontaneous are they? Ooh, story. I just like doing the ooh because it's real self-effacing. Anyway, so Thursday we're out driving. We are down south of Indianapolis, in a town called Greenwood, which Greenwood, I just brought that up last night on the podcast, is where Stephen Maddox was found out his information on AndyKaufmanLives.com back in 2003. Somebody said, hey, this is a guy named Stephen Maddox in Greenwood, Indiana. I found the who is information. And then some guy from Canada a couple days later said, that's a fake name. He's using a fake name. And everybody's like, what? And he said, yeah, that's a guy from a movie. And I'm like, a guy from a movie? What the hell? And it turned out Stephen Maddox was a character in a movie about a guy who faked his death, blah, 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 that in a book. But you probably know that. Anyway, so Thursday we're down in Greenwood. We stop at a place called McAllister's to eat. And we get back on the road, and we're like, what are we going to do? And then we see this sign that says Buckees, 250 miles or something. And we'd never been to a Buckees. We talked about going to Buckees. So just seeing a billboard that said Buckees 250 miles, it's like, okay, well, there's a challenge. So we went to Buckees. I got Buckie mints. It was in Richmond, I think. Richmond, Kentucky. It was a town in Kentucky, I think it was Richmond, Kentucky. We went to Buckees and we ate Buckie food and ate Buckie dessert and got Buckie drinks, and I got a Buckie tumbler, and she got Buckie something, and I got Buckie mints, and we fell into the Buckie marketing amazing Disney World that's not true, but it's just, I don't know. If you don't know Buckees, it's a mecca. It's like a truck stop mecca or a roadside mecca. We counted the gas pumps. I think there were 64 gas pumps, and then so you figure there's pumps on either side of those machines. So that's 128 places to pull up and get gas. That's how big this Buckees is. Picture a gas station with 128 spots to pull up and put gas in your car. It's just like this Wally world of roadside stuff, stopping to get stuff on the road. Just huge place. There was a Bucky mascot going around taking pictures with people. Anyway, is that all I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, the weekend. So that was Thursday the 4th, and oh shoot, it's 55. My alarm's going to go off. Okay, well, I'll talk about what we did. What was it, Saturday or Sunday? Saturday and Sunday. What we did Saturday and Sunday. We went to Michigan, northern Michigan, up near Canada.